Hey, I'm Trin Perkins. Welcome to your practice. Let's create some space in your hips, relieve some tension in the low body, your ankles, your hip flexors, your glutes. I find this practice really helpful after long periods of sitting or after a leg workout, a run, or weightlifting. All you'll need for the practice are 2 blocks and an optional blanket to either cushion your knees as we do spend some time on our knees, or to cushion your head when we finally lay down at the end for that final resting pose. All of these props are optional. I'll be using them throughout the practice. We're going to start in 90-90 position. So the right leg will come forward. I'm going to cushion my knees here. Left knee is down, right foot steps forward, top of the left foot is down. And that 90-90 angle is through the right knee and left knee. As you'll see here, I'm at a 90 and a 90. Shifting your pelvis forward, we're going to start by stretching the hip flexor of the left leg. So you can simply hold here, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, engaging that left butt cheek, feeling all the stretch sensations in the front part of the left hip. Just breathing. If you're a little wobbly, you can heel toe your right foot out further to the right. Create a more stable base there. Take one deep breath in. Fully exhale, and then we're going to lean into that front knee. So this is where you can grab your blocks, frame your right foot, and start to shift your weight forward. This gets into ankle mobility and a deeper hip flexor stretch on the left side. Keep your chest up and open, your gaze far out in front of your mat. And making sure that you're not sinking into your props. Keep yourself pressed up, proud chest. We'll hold here for 2 more breaths. And then we're going to shift back, working into the hamstring of the right leg. So you may have to inch your right foot forward a little bit. Slight bend in the right knee. We'll go back and forth. So exhale, forward. Inhale, shift back. You can lift your toes. And go 1 more here. Very good. And come up off of your blocks, switching sides. So right knee is down. Left foot forward. You got your left foot forward. You can move your blocks out of the way for now. Come into that 90-90. We'll set our foundation here, focusing in on all the stretch sensations on the front part of the right hip. Remember, if you need a little bit of balance, you can just walk that left foot over to the left side of your mat. It's more of a train track and less of a balance beam. Engaging the right glutes. Take another 2 breaths here. Big exhale. Those blocks can frame the front left foot as you lean into it. Ankle stretch, deeper hip flexor. I have my blocks on the highest setting. That's what's most comfortable for me at this time of day, a little earlier in the day. But if you've been warmed up and moving around more and you want to have your blocks flat, or if your hands are able to reach the floor, you are more than welcome to do that. Just make sure you can find your breath. We're not looking to strain in any of these postures. We definitely want to feel the stretch sensation, but we don't want to force our way into it. 1 more breath cycle here. And then slide back. You can inch your left foot forward. We'll start moving back and forth. We'll go 2 more times here. Once more, then we'll come back to that 90-90, set those blocks side. Come back up, take your time. You can move your blanket, towel to the side. And we are going to keep that same 90-90 shape, but we're going to do it seated. So you can have your left leg lead this time, 90 degrees, flexing the left foot, 90 degrees, flexing the right foot. I'm going to bring my hands in front of my left knee, and I'm going to start to fold really dramatic waves here. So I inhale on the way up, and I fully exhale as I come forward. And go one more time. And then you have two options here. You can either swing that right foot in front, or you can bring your hands back behind you, lift that right leg, and transition over to the other direction. So now my right leg is leading, both feet are flexed, hands outside of my right knee, and I'm taking those same really fluid, dramatic, spacious, what other words can you think of, folds here. And one more. Very good. And then coming back through center, we're going to windshield wiper in this 90-90. So the left leg comes first, and then the right leg folds. So we want to try to have one leg at a time, and right when you can't keep that left leg down anymore, it'll follow the right. Left, and right when you can't keep that right leg down anymore, it'll follow the left. Working one side at a time. Press into your hands for support. Keep your chest open. Very good. And we'll go one more on each side here. Nice. And then you can turn yourself back, the long edge of your mat here. Straighten your legs all the way out. Move some flesh if you need to, so you can find your sits bones and reach your arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, hinge forward at the hips and land somewhere in the direction of your toes. So keep your feet flexed so your toes are coming toward your face. Hands land somewhere in the center of your legs. And somewhere can be back here, somewhere can be here. This is your practice, whatever feels best for you. You're welcome to round your spine and tuck your chin. And you're welcome to sway gently side to side. Just relax your face. Maybe separate your teeth and unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And then slowly make your way back up through center. Inhale, reach your arms up again. And this time as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands outside your right leg. And two more breaths here. Inhaling through your mouth. Exhaling. Or inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And come back through center, lifting those arms straight through the center, and then exhale over to the left. You may notice one side feels a little different than the other. We'll avoid labeling and getting stuck in those labels of stiff or tight or whatever other word comes to mind, and just focus on the feeling, settling into that feeling appreciating the feedback that our muscles provide so that we can make the best decisions for our posture, our breath. One more breath here. And then exhale, come back to the center and shake out your feet. Use your hands to send some energy down your thighs. Then you can grab that blanket or towel if you'd like and put it at the very top of your mat if you know you'll want some cushion for your head. Slide down here. We're going to come onto our backs. So take your time coming all the way down. Your knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat, and then open your feet to either side of your mat here. And you're going to shift side to side, so both knees topple over to the left. Back through center, both knees topple over to the right, rolling on the outer and inner edge of your feet. Allowing your breath to be steady. And this is one of those anytime practices that I tend to go to after I've been sitting for a really long time with my hips flexed in my chair, and definitely after leg workout. But you may find that you like these moves after getting up in the morning or going to bed at night. Anytime you need them, they're here. We'll go to the right side one more time. And then bring your knees back up through center. You can walk your feet a little closer to your heels. Feet are about hip distance. Tuck the tailbone under and cross your right ankle over your left knee. So before we worry about picking our feet up or hugging our knee into our chest, just take your right hand and press your right thigh, your right knee open. Flex your right foot. And then now, if you'd like, you can reach underneath or on top of that right, or that left leg rather, and hug it in toward your chest. Maybe a little movement feels good here, or maybe stillness is best. Just make sure that the back of your head is nestled into your mat or into your blanket so that you have room to breathe and that your chin slightly lifted. And then come to stillness. If you're moving, give it one little tighter hug there, and then place your left foot back on the mat, and we'll switch sides. So left ankle crosses over right knee. Use your left hand to press your left leg open, flexing the left toes. And then whenever you're ready, you can grab underneath or on top of that right leg and hug it into your chest. You can let the right toes and feet go soft, but keep the left toes and feet flexed. One more little hug in. And then placing both feet back down on the mat. We'll take bridge 3 times so you can even yourself out here, reset your spine. So palms are down on the earth. Feet are pressed into the earth and lift, all hips rise. Your goal is to make a straight line through the knee, down the thigh, through the hip flexor, through the torso, all the way through the chest. And then slowly lower vertebra by vertebra, top to bottom. Pressing into the mat, lift. And imagine that you have a block between your knees. Don't let that block fall. And lower from the top. Very good, to the bottom. And we'll go one more time. Pressing into the hands, into the feet. Lift. And hold for 3, 2, 1 and lower, lower, lower. Give your knees a hug. You're welcome to stay in this position as long as you can. Feeling all the sensations, taking a body scan. Take your time, easing back in to whatever's left of your day. Peace.